Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode. And today I am so excited to be chatting with one of my friends, my clients, and just an all-round amazing person, Diana. So, Diana, say hello to the podcast.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day.
Amazing. So, I wanted to get Diana on the podcast just to talk a little bit more about her journey from literally that first call that we had together where you broke down to me and just really kind of dive into how you're feeling and how you've literally transformed yourself, like physically, mentally, emotionally, just everything in the past like 9 months that we've been working together. How does that all sound to you?
Yeah, it sounds great. So let's get started, eh?
Let's go into it. So, bit of a backstory. Me and Diana actually went to university together. So, we actually met at Lincoln Uni. We were part of the same hockey team. That's where we met, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Oh my God, because what was it? I think I were you were living with Amber at that point, weren't you? And then that's how I
Yes.
kind of got to know you through Amber.
Yeah, yeah, we had like friends of friends and then played a bit of hockey together, went on socials together. And we were, yeah, I say we were friends at uni. We
Mhm.
obviously went on a few nights out and everything, and obviously followed each other's on socials from then. And then you reached out to me back in January this year. I think it was at the end of January.
Mhm.
So, I mean, for the listeners, tell us a little bit more about what made you reach out to coaching in that first place?
So, oh my God, trauma. Um, basically, I was having a really tough time. Um, I've been suffering with a lot of like mental issues for a long time in my life. And I think come January, like I kind of hit a breaking point. Um, and I was just like, what do I need to do to my life? Because I don't think I'm going to survive this life if I don't ch make a change. So I knew I wanted to get into some sort of fitness because I knew that, you know, if there's anything that's going to heal the soul, it's going to be some sort of fitness. And I had been following you for so long. I've been following your whole journey. I've been following all of your business side of things. And I just thought like if there was anyone that I was gonna want to hire, it was gonna be you. Like I've always known that, like ever since like I started seeing your first business like thrive and come up and stuff, I was just like, if there was any point that I was gonna hire someone, it was gonna be you. Um, so yeah, I kind of took a look at my life and thought, Jesus, like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? So then messaged you, basically had a midlife crisis. It's like, help me, please, because I just need to turn this life around for myself. Um, and then, do you know what? I even remember this as well because I drove home from work. I was sat in my car and I was just like, I don't know what to do with my life. Like I am drowning. I'm sinking completely. Um, and then yeah, I literally just messaged you on a whim and I was just like, I don't know if she's even gonna see this. Like she's probably got so many like DMs popping through. Um, and then like when you replied back, I was just like, this is it. This is it. This is the first step that we're taking.
And you know what? That first step is always the hardest because I think for so many like women, and I do it as well, we sit and think, yes, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But I think when we actually action it, it makes it
Hmm.
real, and
Yeah.
that is the scariest part. 'Cause you're like, fuck, okay, I'm actually admitting that I need, some extra support and guidance. But you're also like you say, taking that first step and being like, okay, this is real. Like we're actually wanting to take that next step rather than just thinking about it. We're actually taking
Hmm.
action. And I think that in itself is such a powerful thing because I think for women as well, we like to keep a lot of things inside. We think, oh, we can just do this on our own, yeah, things will get better. But you got to kind of reach out sometimes and just get that extra support and help. So yeah, obviously you dropped me a message. We jumped on a call pretty much straight away. And just kind of laid out where we needed to take you really. And I
Mhm.
think in that moment, how were you feeling, when we kind of jumped on that call and we kind of laid out a roadmap of how to get you from A to B, like what were the kind of feelings going around?
I was so scared at that point. I was a very anxious person at that point in my life. And I even thought like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I always like make plans and then like never go through with them. That was my biggest problem before because like I taught myself out of it. Like I'd be like, oh my God, I can't do this, blah blah blah. Like I'm gonna fail, da 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 da. And even on that call, like when we were talking through it, like so many emotions were coming out. Everything felt so overwhelming. Everything was like literally staring at me in the face. But I was so outside of my comfort zone, but I knew I needed to be outside of my comfort zone. So like yeah, the feelings were just like very overwhelmed and very, 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 very scared. But at the same time, I don't think I knew it at that point, but like it was so empowering to me that I even just jumped on that call in the first place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what were you scared about?
I was scared more that like, am I really going to succeed in this? Like I said before, like I've always started things and it's never gone anywhere because, like I've then taught myself out of it. I then thought, it's going to go wrong or, I'm not going to do well in it. And as soon as I clock that I'm not doing well in something, that's when my brain just wants to shut off. So that's what I was most scared of, that I was going to start something and then not finish it or not enjoy it or like it's going to end up being a chore or I'm going to hate it or that's what I was so scared of.
Yeah. And do you know what? I hear this all the time from women who, I think we always get these like bursts of motivation and it's kind of like a dopamine hit, right? I think when we
Mm,
start something, it's like, oh, it's exciting, it's new, it's good. But then the reason we don't finish a lot of tasks is because it starts to get a bit hard or it starts to
mhm,
get a bit difficult and we start to just trail off because we're like, oh no, I don't want to actually keep going. But it's that consistency that I think is so, so important. And I think, like you say, for you, you've got to take that leap sometimes into the unknown and take a risk. Like, obviously, it was an investment as well. I know that, finances was something that you were a bit worried about as well. And we worked around that together. And I think what's always important is like realizing that you are like the most important investment into yourself. And
mhm,
sometimes it's like you say, taking that kind of like scary jump and, you know, as long as you've got the right support system and like you say, you trust that person, then there's nothing that's going to go wrong. Like you say, you've got to put trust in yourself, but also
mhm,
trust in the vehicle that you want to take as well.
mhm,
Amazing. And so obviously we jumped into things.
mhm,
Now, as we started working on your self-confidence, I think we just blossomed straight away. And we very much started at the beginning. Like you were very much, yes, you dabbled into like fitness yourself in the past, but when we first joined, obviously you didn't want to go to the gym. You obviously were training
mhm.
at home. So, in terms of like your confidence in that sense, like how are you feeling then?
So confidence was on the floor. It was it started off as nothing. Like I've always kind of played off myself as kind of, being really outgoing, really chatty, etc. Like I've always wanted to play as that kind of persona. Inside, not me, not feeling that whatsoever. So I think for me, like going to the gym felt so insanely daunting. Like just seeing everyone know exactly what they're doing and me being like, oh, don't know what I'm doing here. So the home workouts were really kind of the most helpful building blocks for me because it kind of gave me that confidence to, just give me like a little, like, I kind of know what I'm doing. Like, it might not be perfect, but I'm still learning at this point. And I'm doing it in the comfort of my own home. Like, I'm enjoying myself. I love learning anyway. Like, that's like the biggest thing for me. So like just seeing myself and like, starting to record form videos of myself, like just to send to you and just to watch it back. It just, every little thing was like going towards my confidence, and I never knew that it was.
Yeah. And this is how powerful I think fitness is. Like people don't realize, oh, a bit of exercise, eating healthy, getting your routine in place. Like I don't think people realize actually how much of a impact that can have on like your whole life and your whole confidence. Like when you start to
Mm.
feel more confident in yourself, like not even physically, like before you even start maybe even making physical changes to your body, I think, like you say, just having that accomplishment of like, oh, I've just done a workout, like
Mm.
release dopamine, like say you record yourself, you start to build on your knowledge. Like it is such a powerful, empowering thing.
Mm.
That then starts to build up the blocks of like, okay, maybe I can be confident to go to the gym. Okay, maybe that is
Mm.
improve my confidence in my workplace, in my relationships, starting to date again, I think was a big one as well. That
Yeah.
we kind of like started to build that confidence up as well. So, I think when a lot of women come to me, they're like, "Oh, I just want to lose weight, tone up." But I know deep down there are like deeper reasons, right?
Mm.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah, we
Mhm.
want to feel good in ourselves, but there are so many other things we want to feel confident with. And did you kind of feel that in yourself too?
Yeah, like 100%. Like, I think the turning point for me was when I joined the gym, because obviously that was a really big thing. And then when I first messaged you saying, "Oh my God, I've just done a workout in the gym, like by myself, and it was the best thing ever." And I think that for me was just, it solidified everything else that I was working up to, like up until that point. Um, because it felt like I had no care in the world at that point. Because like previously I would have been like, oh my God, this person is doing this person's looking at me, this person is doing blah, 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 blah. But at that moment, all I could think of was like, this is me in the gym and I'm just doing a workout.
Yeah. It's empowering stuff, isn't it? It seems so
Yeah,
small, but it's like I think the first time that you, like you say, push yourself out that comfort zone, yeah, it's scary, but it's like, oh fuck, I'm doing this. And
yeah.
from this, right? Like we'd only been working together for 6 weeks, and I was like,
Mhm.
hey Diana, we're doing a photo shoot. It's actually near where you live.
Yeah.
How do you feel about coming? And you were like, fuck it, yeah, let's go. And I was like, wow, like literally from that phone call we had in the beginning where I was speaking to this, you know, like you say, timid, just really
Mhm.
unconfident woman to
Mhm.
just 6 weeks into this journey, you were doing a photo shoot with us. Like, how did
That's
that
insane.
feel?
That is insane. It was insane because, like, I remember you asking me, and I was like, "Oh, and I was just like, oh my God, can I really do this? Can I really do this?" And then, like, yeah, I would literally like, "Fuck it, let's go for it." And then I remember driving and like I remember getting ready and driving to the gym, and I was just like, "What am I doing? What am I doing? Like, what am I doing?" But yeah, no, that day, I think for me was just like a nice little like you've got this. Like you can do this. If you can do this right now, you can do anything.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I think, like you say, it was very nerve-wracking. It was very, very scared. I mean, a lot of our girls on the program, it's hard, trying to get them to come onto these photo shoots. I think we
Mhm.
all do have that, what
Yeah.
you want me to get photos? Like, absolutely not. But I mean, just to anyone listening, whether they're part of Rise Coaching or not, like what would you say if someone was like on the fence about doing like a confidence shoot or a photo shoot?
Oh my God, never be on the fence. Never. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it because it the feelings that you get from it, the confidence that you feel from it is unmatched. I will always look back at that photo shoot and think like, fuck, that was not me. That was completely not me. But I did it and I felt insane from it. And like we've just done another photo shoot recently. I still feel the high from it. Like this is insane. It's the confidence that you get from it. It's just like that bitch is me. I'm that baddie, right? I am that baddie. But like, yeah, please do never be on the fence about it. Just go ahead and do it. Don't even think about it. The girls there that you or the guys, whoever you're, with as a coach, like they're just so supportive in your journey. They're just there to watch you thrive. They're just there to like hype you up, support you in every single way possible. Um, and it's just a nice little like memory. Like you
Yeah.
can keep that forever and just have it and have the photos and look back and think, that was me. That is me. That is me as a person.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not even just the photos, is it? It's like the whole day. It's the experience of getting glammed up, putting your tan on. Like you say, our group chat was like popping off for like weeks on end before, like just hyping each other up. And then, like you say, on the day, it's like, yeah, okay, we're getting some photos, but it's like the whole vibe
Hmm.
of the day. Like I say, meeting like-minded women. Like I know you
Hmm.
and Rowena like were chatting like outside. So it's like making friends within that community as well. And
Hmm.
obviously it was such a fun day. Like I think it's topped, one of the best photo shoots that we've ever done as a company. And I think
Hmm.
I'm so excited to kind of take from that into like other ones. And
Yeah.
it was just such an incredible journey, incredible day even. And I think it's a reflection on your journey, right? Because we can look back at your first photo shoot photos,
Mm.
compare them to now, and it's like, oh wow, like physically, yeah, we've made some incredible changes. But I think also like mentally, it's thinking, oh my God, like the level up in your confidence, in your strength, your empowerment as a woman, like
Hmm.
see that in the photos as well.
Yeah, I was even thinking about this like just on the day, like I remember in the first photo shoot, like I'd have to hype myself up to be the next person to like go and do like my little shots. But then this one, I was just like, beelining, I'm going for it. It's my turn now.
It's like all the B-roll of you just like dancing in between. It's like
That
who's
just
up next? You're
showcased,
like, me, I'm
yeah,
first.
me, my turn. It's my turn.
Oh, yeah. I think that's kind of like an additional bonus, isn't it? To kind of like just showing how far you've come. Um,
Mhm.
and a question for you, like, what's the biggest difference that you've seen, I think, in yourself throughout this journey, like physically, mentally?
I mean, physical is obvious, like it's like the difference from my first set of photos to like now, like insane, crazy. The shape, the recon, crazy.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest and most fulfilling win for me is definitely like mentally and like confidence. Like I think back to who I was before, like last year, for example, and that girl is just she doesn't exist anymore. Like yeah, I still get anxious sometimes. Yeah, like the confidence issues are still there, but like I don't let it affect me anymore. Like mentally, like I'm so much more stronger and like happier. I think that's the main thing. I'm so much more happier and content in myself that I don't think I would have ever got to this stage like without all of this. Um, the confidence as well. Like you said, like I'm starting dating again, like, and I'm meeting all of these people, and I just don't have a care in the world anymore. Like I just talk to people like it's nothing, and I'm recording stuff in the gym, which I probably wouldn't have even thought about doing before, and
Sharing more on social media, you decide to
yeah.
start some little like side hustles and extra
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, exactly. So like there's so much more that I'm doing now and I'm just throwing myself into every single opportunity and experience and like that has only come from like all the confidence that I've gained from this. Um and yeah, I think like mentally, physically, confidence, everything in between, self-worth, self-love, everything has just drastically changed from before starting all of this.
And I think as well, it's you've built up such a resilience because you've done so many hard things. You've, like you say, faced the fear of like going to the gym, you've invested in yourself, you've really
Mhm.
like done these difficult things, which I think builds such a strong resilience in your mind as well, is that when you're faced with, circumstances or things that feel scary or hard, like, do you feel like now you can kind of tackle them a little bit stronger?
Yeah, 100%. Like, even like throughout this year, like I've done like a lot of inner work and healing with therapy as well. And like the fitness and the therapy, like hand in hand, have like just meshed well, like so well together. And like anything that seems difficult now used to feel like a mountain, but it doesn't feel like a mountain anymore. It just feels like a little hill that I've got to climb over.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like you say, it's like for me, and that's why I think for us, we don't just focus on like, yeah, losing some weight, feeling better in your body. Like, I think it goes way beyond that. And I think when you start to also see that, you start to actually have, like you say, that more care for yourself because you're like, oh, okay, like I can do hard things, like I can really put myself first. And I think a lot of the time we often put other people ahead of us, or, we, especially as mums, I think, yeah, I know we're not mums or anything, but I think,
Hmm.
you know, there's so many people, women that I talk to that lean into just, oh, I'm not important, or, it doesn't matter about me. And it's like, well, it does matter about you. And I'm one
Hmm.
such a big believer that you need to start working like on yourself, because then you
Hmm.
can be a better family member. You can be a better girlfriend or wife or whatever it
Hmm.
is, And I think, yeah, it all starts with that inner work.
Hmm.
And working on yourself. And what do you feel like you've learned the most from this process?
I think I've learned well, besides like obviously all of the knowledge about fitness and nutrition, like that was always going to be a big learning curve. I think I've learned the most about like how strong I am as a person and that I can really throw myself into anything and I will just be able to work with it, deal with it, or, enjoy it in the process. Um, I think like I've learned that nothing is ever too big, like, and every win is still a win at the end of the day. And that, like, no matter what difficult positions or situations I'm in, like, I'll always come out the other side.
Love that. I love that. And that's why we put on our check-ins, like, what's been your biggest win this week? And
Hmm.
sometimes it's thinking, oh, I actually can't think of anything, but there is always something, no matter how big or small, like there is always something to be proud of yourself for. And I think
Hmm.
it's so important to like recognize that and not always just think, oh, I've not done X, Y, and Z, and actually think, oh no, okay, yes, maybe I wasn't perfect this week and I didn't feel 100%, but actually I did what is the best thing that I can do, and that's showing up, for
Hmm.
me and working on that self, because it's a marathon, not a sprint, right?
Yeah.
And we've been working together for like, yeah, like 10 months, but I think progressively each month like something new has happened that is kind of like say edged yourself up to that next level of
Hmm.
like leveling up your life and
Hmm.
confidence.
Yeah, it's like I said, the difference from like start of January to now, it's like two completely different people, two completely different lives. Like I it's funny because like I'll talk to like all of my best friends about stuff that's going on in my life and they're literally like, I don't know how you do it. Like I don't know how you keep going. I don't know how you get into all of these situations and I don't know how you do it. But like I think it just shows like you said, like the resilience and like the strength and like I'm able to do it because I know that I can push myself to do with that. Um, so yeah, it's taught me a lot. This whole journey and this whole experience has definitely taught me a lot about myself, um, and what I can cope with. And I know that like at the end of the day, like this is all for me. Like all of this is like investing into myself, like putting into like my little pot. And at the end of the day, like besides all of the support that I get from everyone else, like I need to be my own biggest supporter. And that's what this has definitely taught me.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that. And yeah, I think that's such a an incredible thing. And obviously it's your birthday tomorrow, and I can imagine how you're feeling last birthday to this birthday is very, very different as
Hmm.
well.
Yeah, 100%. Like last birthday, I mean, I was turning the big 30. But yeah, we're turning 31 this year. We're going out with a bang. I'm not going out with a bang, I'm not dying. But yeah, like my birthday last year it was very low key, it was very quiet, it was very calm. But at that point, like that's what I wanted, that's what I needed. But like this year, we're not doing calm, we're not doing low key, we're doing big birthday celebrations. We are celebrating as much as possible. We're surrounding ourselves with people that love us and support us and want to see us thrive. Um, and yeah, like it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be an amazing one. Wow.
Oh, amazing. And I think that's important as well. It's like who you surround yourself with, right? And I
Hmm.
think like environment has such a huge impact on how you
Hmm.
feel. And have you kind of found that as well, like through who you surround yourself with and who you've been meeting? Like, are you starting to notice how that's also having an impact on how you feel?
Yeah, so like before, I think like I was surrounding myself with like the wrong kind of people where like, there was either like jealousy or like they didn't really care for like any achievements. Um, so now that I've like cut people out, um, I've now like got people around me that just like accept me for who I am and love me for who I am and like I'll be, I'll be like, oh, I'm just busy, like I'm at the gym at the moment, and they're just like they're interested. It's like, what are you doing at the gym? Or like what are you working out today? And like, oh, are you going to the gym today? Like they're very invested in like my life and it's I've never really had that before. So it's nice to have those kind of people where like they're so invested in you, like it just makes investing in yourself like so much more fulfilling.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I think that's why, like, even getting a coach, like, it's that extra support system. It's that person who gets you, who wants to see you thrive. And I'm
Hmm.
not saying to, even myself, like, I like say, distance myself from certain people and certain areas
Hmm.
because it just wasn't me. And I think when you
Hmm.
start to realize that and, like you say, put yourself first and be like, no, I matter the most. And,
Hmm.
you're either coming with me and supporting me or it's not happening. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's so important to have that community and to have those people who uplift you
Hmm.
as much as possible as well. So yeah, I think like you say, just in general, like seeing you from that first call in January, like I still remember it so, so well.
Hmm.
And seeing you now, like doing this podcast together, like just knowing how you've transformed and seeing you transform, like say, incredible body now. Like we are really, really on that kind of like, yes, we're like building muscle, you're getting leaner, like you're getting stronger, and like physically you're feeling incredible. But I think for me, it's the mental changes that I've
Hmm.
seen you blossom and it's just so incredible to see. And yeah, I just want to say I'm so proud of you and so proud of you because there was a time actually where you were going to give up, you were going to
Yeah.
stop, and you were like, I can't do this anymore. And I think it was a few months in, and I remember just saying, look, like I'm not going to force you. You've got to be ready
Hmm.
to do this. What's really going on? And we did talk about it, and I'm so happy that you were like, no, actually, I know this is what I want,
Hmm.
and here we are now.
I know, I do, I remember that vividly as well, because I remember feeling like the whole world was like weighing down on me at that point. Um, and at the end of the day, like I had some time to think about it because you gave me a few days to think about it, and I was just like, this, I know this journey is for me. Like I know it. Like, and obviously we said at the start of the podcast that like I tend to like stop myself from doing things when I get into my head about it. Um, and then I just needed to get out of my head. Um, and I'm so glad we didn't quit because look at where we are now. Look at how far we've come. Look at the muscles that we've built, the physique that we've changed, like, and mentally, the
Exactly.
girly she is now.
And what would you say to anybody who has, like you say, maybe started something in that, they've started their fitness journey and they're a few months in and they're having these doubts, they're like, no, it's not going to work for me, and they kind of start to come back. What would you say to that person?
I would say be kind to yourself in that moment because you're obviously going through something at that point. Like, be kind to yourself, but just know that everything that you've done up until that point, like, was always for you, and you need to keep going to keep making decisions for you. Like, at the end of the day, like we've said, like this entire podcast, that like you're investing in yourself for a reason. You started that journey for a reason. Um, and you just need to keep going. You need to keep pushing yourself. You're not always going to have the motivation to go to the gym. You're not always going to have the motivation to go for a walk. You need that determination and you need that dedication in yourself that one day, I'm going to hit this goal. One day I'm going to do this, I'm doing that, do whatever. Like, I'm going to run a marathon. I'm going to lift 100 kilos on the hip thrust. I'm going to do this, that, the other. I'm going to do a photo shoot. Like, you need to keep telling yourself that every win is always a win. Um, and that, like, you're not always going to have that 10 out of 10, I'm going to do this. Like, you're not always going to have good days. You're going to very much have bad days throughout all of this. But like, the moment that you keep telling yourself that this is all for me, this is all for my journey, this is all for my own experience, like, you just need to keep going.
That was perfectly said. I could not have said that any better. Do you want to coach?
Shall I just join?
But no, honestly, like I think what you said is exactly that. And I think that defines your journey so well as well. And it's probably a reflection of, like you say, what I've always said to you throughout this journey. It's like, let's just keep going. You're gonna
Mhm,
have the bad days. And I think you did go through the bad days and the tough
mhm,
times, but you come out so much stronger when you
mhm.
push through those. So yeah, I think that was beautifully said. And is there anything else that you feel like you want to share on this podcast to anyone listening or anything at all?
Join, join, join this. Join Katie, join Rise Coaching, just do it because you will never ever look back and regret any of it. Like, I will never regret this journey. Like, I say this to Katie all the time that, like, I am so, 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 so thankful that I messaged Katie in the first place. I'm so thankful that I took the plunge to join onto the coaching program. I'm so thankful that she's pushed me and supported me and been my complete rock the entire time. Um, I would say that, like, getting a fitness coach, getting a fitness mentor, like, it will always, always, always help you in the long run. Whether that's physically, mentally, confidence, whatever it is, like, it will help you in some way, shape, form, or another. And I will always be grateful for this year, for the fact that I've turned my life around, for the fact that, I've gained so many new experiences, I've met so many new people, I've like loved myself. That's the thing that I've got the most out of this, that I've fallen in love with myself and my life, which is something that I didn't do before. And, I'm very much happy, and I just have you to thank for that.
Oh my God, don't you're actually gonna make me cry. Guys, I did not tell her to say that, by the way. Oh my God, that has literally got me in tears. Wow. Wow, 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 wee wow. Um, no, that was so beautiful, and thank you so much for the kind words. And I think that just kind of rounds up this episode beautifully, to be fair. But yeah, thank you so much, Diana, for coming on. And like I always say to you, I'm so proud of you as well. Like, seeing you thrive, blossom is has been incredible as well. So yeah, this is, I mean, here's to the next, God knows how many months and years to come. But I just want to say thank you so much for jumping on here and sharing your story because I know it's difficult to share your own story to people. So I really appreciate you jumping on and sharing that with all the listeners.
No, thanks for having me. Like when you messaged me about it, I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is my moment.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
thanks. Thanks for having me.
I hope this episode was yeah, useful for anyone listening. And if you do feel in that similar position to Diana, like reach out to her as well. You can find her on Instagram, go and share with the listeners where you're at if they do want to maybe just have that, honest and open chat with you.
Strength with Diana. Follow me, message me, whatever. I am very open to, communication. So if anyone does want to, ask me about my story or like ask me for tips or like, just that kind of support, like I'll always be there. So, you know, definitely drop me a message or a follow if you want.
Amazing, awesome. And if you want to find me as well on Instagram, you can find me at KJ Fit as well. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll round that episode up there. And I will see you in the next episode, guys. Thank you. Bye.